Okay, we are recording. So thank you and welcome to Zoom with Dr. Jazz. 5 things to know about wills. Okay, this is going to be trivia style. Now, one of the things I have to tell you, I just really had this desire to share information with folks, and out of the blue, something says, a lot of people are not aware of wills and they need to get some idea of what's going on. We found out that with the coronavirus pandemic, many people decided to get a will. Even doctors were telling people you need to get a will in place, and the legal world saw an increase in people preparing and getting wills done. And many of those were done online, and we're going to be talking about how those that were done online, what the pros and cons of that. Okay. So 5 things you need to know about wills. Get your pencils, pens ready. Get your brain cells going. It's going to be trivia style. So get ready to answer some questions. And please, it's going to be interactive because I'm going to be, there's prizes to be won at the end. Okay. There's going to be a prize to be won at the end. So get ready. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. So first, we're going to share the rules of the game, right? This game has 5 questions, and each question only has one correct answer, only one correct answer, okay? And participants are not allowed to use outside help of any kind. So no Googling, you have to use your brain cells, right? So no Googling, no asking, you're calling a friend. This is not a millionaire game. So no asking Alexa or Siri. So this is gonna be from your brain, and we're just gonna play it and have fun. The quiz master, which is Dr. Jazz, the quiz master's decisions are final. So if I say the correct answer is the correct answer, okay? And then we're gonna have lots of fun. Are you ready? So everybody, I think you can, if you want to answer, I know it might not be easy for you to remain unmuted. If you have an answer, you can just raise your hands. And before we get started, any questions? I know there's a slight delay with Zoom, so since no one is saying questions, I'm gonna keep moving. Let's go, round 1, who's ready? True or false? Only people with expensive things, such as a vacation home or large bank accounts, need a will. True or false?
False.
Pastor says false, so you guys have to help me keep track, okay? Keep track of your answers as well. And somebody put in the chat. Let me see. Keisha says false. Bean says false. Okay. So far is everyone is saying false. So let me see. Is false? That is, you are correct. False. A will, and I'll have to move this out of the way a little bit. A will can also serve to declare who you wish to become the guardian for any minor children or dependents, pets, and who you want to receive specific items that you own, such as family pictures, a shoe or handbag collection, your bitcoins, whatever you have that's of value to you, you can have those things on your will so you know what happens. Um, so you know what happens when you're no longer here. So you can decide what happens when you no longer here. All right. So that means everybody got this answer correctly. Okay. Next. Are you ready for question number 2? This is the easy round. Okay. Are we ready? Easy round. Round 2. So if I don't have a will, I am called A or N what? What am I called if I don't have a will? A is beneficiary. B, a codicil. C, an intestate. And D, an executor. I'm gonna give you guys some time to think about this one. This is a multiple choice question. If I don't have a will, what do they call me? Do they call me a beneficiary? Do they call me a codicil? Do they call me an intestate? Do they call me an executor? This one is asking for us to think a little bit. Might have to cross out some and see which one makes sense, which one doesn't make sense. Anyone want to take this one?
I'm just taking a guess. I'll say intestate.
Intestate. You are correct. Natalie got it. You are correct. Let me see. Yeah, let's see. Intestate is the correct answer. If you die intestate, right, that is without a will, it means the state oversees the dispensation of your asset, which is typically distributed according to a set formula, right? So I like to say that even when people don't have a will, you do have a will. You have the state's will. Okay, so no one wants that to happen where you leave all your affairs in the hands of the state. First of all, it's going to take months and months and months for that to be taken care of. And the second thing is, um, they will divide it according to their set formula. So, for example, in North Carolina, if someone is married and a spouse dies, the state decides that maybe a third goes to the spouse, another portion goes to the children, and then whatever portion the spouse gets, they have to divide it possibly with the deceased parents. So nobody wants that to happen to them. So that's why you have to be familiar with your state's laws when it comes to dealing with a will. All right, that was a tricky one, wasn't it? So some of the other ones I will share with you what they are. Beneficiary, of course, most people are familiar with that. Is somebody who receives the benefits upon someone's passing or whatever item that is. A codicil is a word that most people are not familiar with, and what that is more like an addendum or a change to a will. And so when you edit your will, a change to your will is called a codicil. Okay. An intestate, we just found out what that was. And the executor is the person who will make sure that things of your will happen the way you want it to happen. Okay. And let's see, let's see. All right. Are we ready for question number 3? The third thing you need to know about wills. Are we ready? All right. We're doing great so far. True or false? Another true or false question. Named beneficiaries on your financial accounts may override the will. That means if you have a financial account and you have a beneficiary to that account, they override what is written in your will. Is this true or is this false? Or does the will override what happens everywhere else? Bum 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 bum
I
bum
say
bum.
false because your will is your last written thing that you want to have happen with all of your assets. I say false. I don't know.
Okay, Jazzy says false. Anybody else want to take a stab at it before we go? Pastor Donald.
False.
Pastor Donald says false. Okay. Anybody else want to add anything before I move on to the actual answer? Let's see. Let's see. Let's see.
Sabine says false, and Alan B says false. Elaine B
Okay.
says false.
All right. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Let's see. Let's see. Next. The answer is actually true. Name beneficiaries on your financial accounts may override the will. When you pass away, the funds go to the beneficiary named on the account, even if your will states otherwise. we would think that the will is the end all be all, right? We're kind of leaning to think that the will is the end all be all. It's not the case. So that's why when you start thinking about your estate planning and start preparing these documents, you have to review what you put at work on your 401k. When you were at work, your old 401k, even if you don't work there anymore, right? Especially if you haven't touched it or done anything to it in a while, it's good to look at who your beneficiary that you listed on there. Very important. It's good to look at any life insurance policies that you have in place at the time that you took them 10, 15, 20 years ago or last year. What has changed in your life that would require for you to update that information? Your bank account that you opened when you were like 16, 17, 18 years old, who was the beneficiary on that bank account? Because whatever those account, the beneficiary, whoever's the beneficiary on those accounts, that beneficiary overrules whatever you have in your will most of the time. Okay. All right. We're doing good. So how are we doing so far? Who has gotten all answers right so far? Okay. I think that most people at least missed one. So pretty good. We're doing great. And this is round 4, question 4. Yes or no? Can a minor child be named executor to your will? Can a minor child be named executor to your will?
Sabine says yes. Julene says no. No.
Okay.
Ambrose says no. Keisha says yes.
Okay. No problem. Let's see. Here we go. Generally, anyone can be the executor, right? But the major exceptions to this are children under the age of 18 typically cannot be executors because of the age. And now there might be, and I say typically, so now you would need to find out with your state under which circumstance can an 18-year-old be an executor. Now, whenever you have an executor to your will, it needs to be going to court. They need to verify a few things prior to the will for the will to be enforced. So having an 18-year-old, someone younger than 18, having a child, there might be a problem. Another thing is sometimes children can be beneficiaries, right? And when the beneficiaries also, they will still need a guardian to oversee the benefits until they turn 18. So the answer is no for this one. Okay, are we ready for the next one? I think that was number 4. Last one, round 5. Are we ready? Okay, true or false? The best place to keep my will is in a safety deposit box. I'm sorry about that. At a bank. The best place to keep my will is at a bank. True or false? If you're talking, Natalie, we can't hear you. I think you're muted.
I believe it's true. You can leave the safe and deposit back at the bank. I believe it's true. And sometimes you could say you're gonna leave it with the lawyer and something happened to the lawyer and then you lost everything. But I think the best place is the bank.
Okay, anybody else has another answer? Let me see.
That's a lawyer office.
Okay, Pastor Ambrose said lawyer office. Okay, any other answers before I click over?
You have quite a few faults here. Elaine, Sabine, if I'm saying it right, Keisha says true. Julene says true.
Okay, Let's see what the answer is. False. A waterproof and fireproof safe in your house is a good alternative for where to keep your will document. And the reason is a probate court, which is where the will has to be, verified and for enforcement. A probate court usually requires your original will before it can process your estate. So it's important to keep the document safe yet accessible. So that means if it's in your safety deposit box at the bank, what's going to happen is somebody who has access to the bank account has to be able to go to the bank and access it. Well, if they don't have access to your bank account and they don't know it's there and now you're dead and they have, it's too complicated. The best way is easy access. So it needs to be somewhere where, like you said, fireproof, waterproof, to have access to that. And for what the good thing to have is for other people to have signed copies, people you know and trust, to have signed copies of your will document. Because when they have signed copies of your will document, then they can show that something was enforced in place until they can figure out where the original document is. So you need to keep it safe, but also have someone outside of the home or someone in addition to yourself know where that will document is located. Okay. Man, it was fun playing with you guys. So listen, were you guys keeping track? Who are my winners? Who are my winners? Because I will take your email address and send you a gift in your email. So some other information I would share with you is that last will and testament can cost an average $1,500. Okay, so a lot of times people worry about the price and how am I going to be able to afford that. They can be pricey, but one of the very important things to do is to ensure that they're prepared, because that would give a peace of mind to your loved ones. So we tend to call that your final love letter for your loved ones, for the people you care about. So many times you can find, when you have access to legal insurance, you can find a very affordable way, less than $1 a day way, to help you prepare this document. Okay. So who are my winners? Who are my winners? Who best out of 5? Who had 5 out of 5 correct?
No one. What I have is Dr. Pastor Ambrose has 3 and Sabine has 3, that they were tied. That's what I had. Someone else took a different score, but that's what I had.
All right. Thanks for keeping the score, Jazzy. I appreciate it. Anyone else? How did you guys do? Those of you, you can type in, how did you do best out of 5? Okay. So the winners are, then we have 2 winners. The winners are Sabine and Pastor Ambrose. Thanks for playing with us. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So I think, let me see. Let me see, Pastor Ambrose. Okay. So this is it. If you have any additional questions that were not covered in the 5 tips today, you can schedule a free 30-minute session with me and we can discuss further. This is my email. Okay, jdede@primerica.com, and my phone number, most of you here have my phone number, 305-244-5597. I am at your service and I look forward to sharing more information with you. And when we speak, if you think there's something that you would like me to cover, I would love, love, love to do this again. I so appreciate your participation with me today. I really enjoyed everybody participating with me. So let's see. Let's see.